Hey there, welcome to today's video where we're diving into how to fight the mobs effectively in Bee Swarm Simulator. If you're looking to level up your game and defeat mobs,
Peekaboo!
like ladybugs, spiders, and the much scarier mobs, then this is the perfect guide for you. Whether you're new to the game or just need a refresher on mob battles, I've got you covered. Let's break it down and take a look at the best strategies for each mob and how you can maximize your rewards while staying safe. First off, let's talk about why mob battles are important. Every time you fight a mob, you get rewards like items, tokens, and sometimes even higher level bees. These rewards can help you level up your hive, increase your pollen collection speed, and give you extra resources to make honey faster. It's definitely worth learning how to tackle these challenges efficiently. Ladybugs are one of the easiest mobs in the game, but don't let that fool you into thinking you could just walk up to them and smash them without a plan. Ladybugs are quick, and if you're not careful, they can really slow you down. A key tip here is to keep moving. The ladybug will charge at you, and if you stand still too long, it can hit you. Make sure your bees are on point, and always keep your distance to avoid getting overwhelmed. A good strategy is to focus on keeping the ladybug in a circle. This way, your bees will always have a clear line of attack, and you won't have to worry about dodging too much. Don't forget to use the rally ability of your bees to help them swarm the ladybug quickly and finish it off faster. Next, let's talk about spiders. Spiders are a little more challenging, but with the right approach, you can handle them. When you're fighting spiders, the most important thing to remember is positioning. You want to fight the spider near the edge of the field, so you have room to move around. If the spider corners you, it can deal heavy damage, and you'll be forced to flee or risk dying. When facing spiders, use the power of your bees effectively. Make sure your bees have the right type of abilities, especially for stunning or slowing down the spider. This will give you a huge advantage in preventing the spider from attacking too frequently. Plus, you'll have more time to dodge and focus on collecting pollen when needed. One pro tip here is to always use the red and blue bee combinations to maximize your power output. A good mixture of damage dealing and defensive bees will make your spider fights much easier. Moving on to the Robo Bear battle. This is where things get interesting because you'll have to face waves of mobs in quick succession. If you're planning to take on Robo Bear, your bees need to be strong enough to handle multiple mobs at once. When you're going into a Robo Bear battle, make sure you have a solid defense set up first. Always try to boost your bees' attack stats before starting the battle by using field boosts, red and blue flowers, or even tokens that give buffs to your bees. You don't want to be underprepared when you enter this event. Here's the trick. When the Robo Bear drops mobs, focus on taking down the small mobs first, as they're easy to kill and will clear out space for your bees to focus on the bigger enemies. Don't get distracted by the larger mobs just yet. Let your bees do the heavy lifting while you dodge around the field. Moving on to the Mantis mobs. These creatures are fast, and they can deal significant damage in a short amount of time. But here's the thing about mantises. They have noticeable attack patterns. If you're quick enough, you can predict where they're going to attack and dodge their strikes before they land. The best way to fight a mantis is to stay mobile. Don't get stuck standing still while your bees are battling the mantis. You need to stay on the move to avoid their heavy strikes. Use the shield or high damage bees to help tank hits and take down the mantis as quickly as possible. If you're low on health, don't hesitate to retreat for a bit and let your bees finish the job. It's better to play safe and heal than to risk dying and losing your progress in the battle. For the werewolf mobs, this is where you'll need a more strategic approach. The werewolves come at you with a ton of health and damage, but they're slower than other mobs, which gives you an advantage if you're patient. Take your time with the werewolf. Focus on dodging and using your bees' abilities at the right moment. If you can get the werewolf stuck in a corner or near a wall, your bees will have an easier time attacking without interruption. Activate your bees' abilities when the werewolf is stunned to deal the maximum damage. Be careful, though don't get greedy and try to rush it. Patience will pay off here. Another great tip for battling higher level mobs is to focus on your gear and boosts. If you're taking on a big mob like the werewolf or the spider, you need to make sure your gear is optimized. Equip the best tools you can get to make sure your pollen collection goes smoothly between battles and gives you the resources you need to power up your hive. Finally, let's touch on the King Beetle, one of the most feared mobs in the game. The King Beetle is not a joke. It's tough, has a lot of health, and will deal heavy damage. The best strategy for beating the King Beetle is to bring a full squad of powerful bees and focus on dodging. Keep moving and avoid standing still in the King Beetle's attack zone. Use boosts and your best bees to deal as much damage as possible while focusing on the fight. With some patience and the right strategy, you'll be able to defeat the King Beetle and claim your rewards. So, there you have it, your ultimate guide to fighting mobs effectively in Bee Swarm Simulator. With the right knowledge, strategy, and bee abilities, you'll be able to defeat any mob and get all the rewards you need. Make sure you keep upgrading your hive, leveling up your bees, and testing out new strategies. If you found this guide useful, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more bee swarm tips and challenges. Thanks for watching, and good luck out there, beekeeper. Happy swarming!